We have the nominations of Brett Shumates to serve as Assistant Attorney General, Civil Division, and John Eisenbergs to serve Assistant Attorney General for National Security. I'm pleased to support both and think that they'll be excellent in their role in the Department of Justice. This morning, I want to highlight several FBI emails that I'm making public this very day. These emails show Biden FBI agents planning and celebrating the indictment of Trump advisor Peter Navarro in 2022. Upon receiving news of Navarro's impending indictment, former anti-Trump FBI official Timothy Thibault replied, "Wow, great," end quote. Yet, when a criminal referral was issued for Nellie Orr, the FBI and DOJ chose not to press charges against her. As many of you know, Orr was a Fusion GPS contractor involved in the fraudulent Crossfire Hurricane investigation against Trump, and Orr's husband was an FBI agent who also worked against Trump. Orr was accused of lying to Congress. In the last several months, I've also released FBI emails about genesis of Arctic Frost. Arctic Frost was the FBI case against Trump that became one of Jack Smith's cases. Through records that I've already made public, the investigation's political origins are now firmly established. Anti-Trump agent Thibault and his merry band of partisans started the case. Many of the FBI agents on Arctic Frost were also involved in the Navarro case, like Special Agent Walter Giardina. My Democratic colleagues have been warning us about quote-unquote weaponization of the FBI and the DC U.S. Attorney's Office under Trump. They've told us repeatedly of the dangers of law enforcement being used against political enemies. Now, believe me, we Republicans know, because Democrats are reading us pages from the Biden playbook. Biden's DOJ, including the FBI and the DC U.S. Attorney's Office, were weaponized, politicized, and used to target and imprison political enemies. We know this thanks to heroic whistleblowers. The Biden DOJ and FBI did this even as, according to the FBI's own statistics, violent crime rose 4.5% in 2022. The DC's U.S. Attorney's Office refused to prosecute 2/3 of the criminals arrested in our nation's capital that very same year. Instead of focusing on the rampant cases of murder and rape perpetrated against everyday Americans, personnel in the FBI's Washington field office and DC's U.S. Attorney's Office obsessed over ways to target President Trump and his allies. And when Arctic Frost was open, Thibault said that, quote, "the case will be prioritized over all others in the branch," end of quote. When speaking about investigations, Thibault commented that, quote, "it frankly took too long for us to open this," end of quote. Their conduct is disgraceful and un-American. Transparency brings accountability, which is why I'm reiterating my request for Attorney General Bondi and Director Patel to produce all records related to this political rot. We find in some instances people that have been around the Department of Justice for decades are the bureaucrats holding up some of this. So this is why we need to have these top officials of Bondi and Patel to step in and make sure everything that ought to be public without question is actually made public.